DCN Army? Welcome back to a brand new episode. We're so happy to have you right here tuned in for a brand new episode of the DCN Show. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. It motivates us to continue on posting every single Wednesday, but you already know we're doing that, and we've been doing that for a very long time. We would extremely appreciate if you could subscribe to our channel. Guys, this week has been huge in Web3. It has been huge in technology in general. Goodness, where do we begin? Besides Apple, we wouldn't speak about anything else if it wasn't outside of Web3, but it has to be spoken about. They have shared with us 2 days ago their new product, Vision Pro, the VR and AR headset, retailed, coming soon to the US, retailing at $3,499. Guys, we're not going to speak so much about this, but wow, a new paradigm shift, a new way to communicate. Let's see if it hit or bust. If anything, Apple will be the one to do it, to set the tone. So it's really huge what's happening. Let us know in your comments how you feel about the Vision Pro headset and the new paradigms, the new things that are going to happen, because we can now integrate the digital world with our real world in new ways that we haven't done before. This is what innovation is about, and we're so excited to have seen that, and I hope that you as well share that same excitement. But besides that, it's time to get into the real deal. This week in crypto, we have to talk about one article. We have to talk about one topic, and we can't talk about anything else, because at this moment in the United States, there is a critical thing happening at this moment against the crypto industry, and we have to talk about it. You're reading it here. The SEC has filed charges, has filed a lawsuit charge, many charges against Binance, the largest crypto exchange of the world, and they have also charged their subsidiary companies such as Binance.us, Binance Holdings, BAM Trading Services, and they've even filed charges against Changpeng Zhao, the founder of Binance, better known as CZ, of course. They've filed 13 charges. So let's find out, what are they talking about here? We follow exactly what's happening in the crypto space as far as the SEC, also regarding just other nations in the world that are clearly showcasing clear pathways on how to register your crypto company in the nation. Guidance, rules, regulation, policies are in place in many other countries. And instead of the United States, instead of responding to the actual likes of Coinbase, instead they're filing lawsuits and charges against Binance and Coinbase, pretty much, who have actually done a lot for retail investors and who have done a lot for the financial institution and the financial world in general. So let's find out what they're charging Binance with, okay? So the charges include operating unregistered exchanges, broker deals, and clearing agencies. Binance and Zhao are accused of misrepresenting trading controls and oversight of the Binance.us platform that is catered to the US customer target market. It's catered to the US consumers. So Binance.us was created as a separate platform from Binance.com, but the SEC claims that Zhao and Binance still maintained control of its operations behind the scenes. Zhao and Binance are accused of diverting customer assets, including sending them to an entity owned by Zhao called Sigma Chain. BAM Trading and BAM Management are alleged to have misled investors about non-existing trading controls on the Binance.us platform as well. The SEC has continued to add different types of things that they've actually claimed to recognize with Binance and its offerings. Let's continue to read out what they see. The SEC charges Binance and BAM with operating unregistered national securities exchanges, broker deals, and clearing agencies. The charges also actually include the unregistered offer and sale of Binance's own crypto assets, which are BNB, and of course its stablecoin BUSD, Binance US dollar, which is pegged to the US dollar, of course. So they've also been, charged for the offering of this, and Zhao is also being charged as a control person for Binance's and BAM's trading unregistered operations. So the SEC emphasizes that defendants engage in inception, conflicts of interest, lack of disclosure, and invasion of the law. However, they've been given plenty of, licenses to operate in many countries abroad outside of the U.S. and have continued to do this for quite some time now, for years now. That they've had some level of regulatory approval in some nations. So I understand that this is towards the US and coming from the governing body of the US. But my question is, why haven't they actually given a pathway so companies like Binance can instead regulate themselves rather than having being sued later on? So the SEC's investigation was conducted separately for Binance.com and Binance.us platforms. But that's not all. As we mentioned earlier, that's not all. Not only has Binance been sued and are facing charges against the SEC on the 5th of June, but one day later, just yesterday, the SEC has also filed charges against Coinbase, the country's largest crypto exchange, the company in the United States that has actually been reviewed by the SEC for its initial public offering. Coinbase is a public company, which means that they've had to gone through some level of regulation by the SEC and other governing bodies in the United States to have that happen. So, what's going on here? Let's find out. The SEC has charged Coinbase for operating as an unregistered national securities exchange broker and clearing agency again as well. So pretty much the same allegations as Binance, although they of course separately have many differences. The SEC alleges that Coinbase facilitated the buying and selling of crypto asset securities without registering as an exchange, broker, or clearing agency as required by law, but it's a public company. Coinbase is accused of providing a marketplace for securities transactions, executing securities transactions for customers' accounts, and acting as a securities depository without proper registration. They've also said that they're charging Coinbase with the unregistered offer and sale of securities in relation to its staking as a service program. DeFi tools that have been a blessing to many people around the world, actually. They're clamping down on this right here, right now, according to this article. Coinbase holding company Coinbase Global is deemed a control person and is also held liable for certain violations. And we're very familiar. We're also very much on Twitter. Please join our Twitter. Tweet at us all the time. We enjoy that. Listen, we've followed what Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, has said. They've clearly given the SEC opportunities to, have a dialogue, to sit around the table and come to a conclusion, a consensus, a consensus where this could be possible. The Securities Exchange Committee also basically says that Coinbase has not registered to offer and sale of its stacking program under law. They haven't registered that. Apparently as well, the SEC emphasized that the Coinbase's actions have deprived investors of critical protections and disclosure requirements, although they have many service agreements, many terms and conditions, many educational files as well there for you so you can understand and what you're getting involved. So that's what's been happening this week in crypto. Nothing else, nothing more. Of course, with this happening, Of course, the price, the speculation around prices is also something that you can speak about because of this allegations and because of charging these companies basically with different types of allegations. They are going to actually have an effect on their price as well. We can see that the crypto industry can also clearly see that a lot of things have been happening outside of that. Kathy Wood as well, and her company Ark Investments, if I'm not mistaken, have bought the dip. We won't be here to share any type of financial advice. That's what we do at the DCN show. We just share with you the latest articles, the latest updates in the Web3 space. We appreciate every single one of you for tuning in to today's video. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for next week's video. We'll see you then. Ciao, ciao.